So our last topic in this section is the mean value theorem, which often gets abbreviated as MVT. So I'm going to state what it says first. If f is continuous on the closed interval a to b and differentiable on the open interval a to b, then there exists a number c in the interval a to b such that f prime of c is f of b minus f of a over b minus a. So in terms of a picture, what's really going on, so I have my function here. I'm just going to draw some function. Maybe it looks like this. Now let me and here's a f of a, and here's b f of b, and so I can form the line between them. And what would the slope of this line be? The slope would be this right-hand side of this equation. And so what the mean value theorem says is that there's some point between these two, there's some value of c, where the derivative at c is the same as the slope of that line. And so the derivative at that point, the tangent line at that point would be parallel to this line. Another way you could think of it is that there's some point at which your derivative is equal to your average value of your function on your interval. So let's look at an example here. Let's say for f of x equals 5 minus 4 over x, find all values of c in the open interval 1 to 4 such that f prime of c equals f of 4 minus f of 1 over 4 minus 1. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out what this average value is actually equal to, this part right here. So what is f of 4 minus f of 1? Well, I go to my function up here and I plug in, if I plug in 4, you get 4. If I plug in 1, I get 5 minus 4, which is 1. So it's 1. And so I know that this function, it's not continuous everywhere, but it is continuous on the interval 1 to 4. It's only not continuous at x equals 0. It's continuous on the interval 1 to 4. And it's also differentiable on the interval 1 to 4. So I know by the mean value theorem there exists at least one number c such that f prime of c is 1, but now we need to find it. So you're going to refer back to your function. It was 5 minus 4 over x, and you're going to find the derivative of that. The derivative of 5 is 0. The derivative of negative 4 over x, it'd be positive 4 over x squared. And we want to find when is this equal to 1. Right? So we're trying to solve f prime of c equals to 1. Just plug in 4 over c squared. So this tells me 4 equals c squared. So c equals plus or minus 2, but negative 2 is outside of our interval. So we're going to toss out negative 2. It's just positive 2. So my value of c here would be 2.